I made that video telling y'all to sit back and wait. You can ask questions, but it's important to just let it all play out. Why? Because of course, when something like this gains a lot of traction, gains a lot of attention, and you have an ending that is so stupid, it prompts a lot of people to ask questions. All you gotta do is sit back and wait, and you will be getting everything you desire. For some reason, and I'm gonna need everybody to put a pin in this, there was a lot of people jumping through hoops, getting mad at those who were asking simple questions, trying to play the game of, oh, you were all just praying for her safety. Now you're praying on her downfall, blah, 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 blah. But put a pin in that because we're going to come back to it later because this is from Chief Nicholas Derzis of the Hoover Police Department, who gave a very interesting statement in regards to our good buddy who is currently having an ordeal with the police, the family, and all the different things surrounding the fact that she went missing after she made a phone call saying that there was a toddler on the side of the road. The investigation into Carlee Russell's case continues as detectives are working to determine what happened from the time prior to her 911 call Thursday night until she returned home on foot Saturday night. Detectives spoke to Carlee very briefly upon her return home and are waiting for her to be made available to obtain a more detailed statement about the sequence of events during that time frame. While we are not in a position to reveal all of the information we have gathered at this point, we can talk about some of the details that we have not previously discussed. Number one, after leaving the Colonnade, Carlee went to a Target on Highway 280 and purchased some snack food type items. These items were not located in the vehicle or with her cell phone and wig at the scene of her disappearance. The Hoover Police Department has not located any evidence of a toddler walking down the interstate, nor did we receive any additional calls about a toddler walking down the interstate despite numerous vehicles passing through that area as depicted by the traffic camera surveillance video. Because, as a lot of people rightfully pointed out, wouldn't there be more people talking about a toddler being naked on the side of the road on a busy highway? I know a lot of people don't really care about kids nowadays. You see a kid on the side of the road and you make sure that you don't interact with it because you don't know what that kid has on their person and what they could possibly do to you. That child might bite you. But it's important for everybody to understand this was a public area where there are a lot of cars, aka a lot of eyes, aka a lot of witnesses. So when you only got one person saying this, and there's camera footage showing that there should be more than one person seeing this, we got a problem, and there's a question that needs to be asked. Mainly, where's the kid now? Detectives have obtained surveillance video from Carlee's neighborhood, which shows her walking down the sidewalk alone prior to her arrival at her residence. The fire department radio traffic obtained by several media outlets shows that medics were dispatched to her residence on a unresponsive but breathing person. That was the term used in the initial dispatch of the Hoover Fire Department to the residence, and the information about her condition was simply a dispatcher relaying information from what a 911 caller told the emergency communicator. When first responders arrived on the scene, they found Miss Russell conscious and speaking, and she was transported in that condition. She was later treated and released from a local hospital. Numerous evidentiary items are still being evaluated, and those items are key in the process of determining exactly what took place in the approximately 49 hours Carlee was missing, but also what took place prior to her disappearance. This release contains all the information the Hoover Police Department is able to provide at this time. Blase, blase, blase. So, with a lot of people who wanted to go the route of saying, y'all are attacking black women, y'all don't believe black women, how come y'all were praying for her, but now y'all praying on her downfall?
I'm going to stitch Walt Way's video on this whole thing dealing with this young lady being found, Carleesha. History freaking repeats itself, y'all. The same way that they did Emmett Till, the same way in the media, in the news, their source of news is what you're fucking doing now. And the black people that are hopping on this fucking train, y'all are lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Everyone should be ashamed of yourself because history is repeating itself. White people who claim you're allies, y'all need to shut this shit down with these people. Shut it down. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay? Ain't no way that this is going on. Again, did we not learn anything from Emmett Till?
Do you realize, and I said this on Twitter, nobody would be asking questions if she was found somewhere and a bunch of people went to go rescue her from wherever she was at. This woman, by the words of the police, is on camera walking back to her house. They get a call saying this person is not breathing or unresponsive but breathing. They come and she's responding and breathing. Do you not see why people are asking questions? They're not asking questions because they hate black women. They're not asking questions because they want to see a woman actually be kidnapped, tortured, and fetishized over the fact that there are some true crime weirdos out there. They are not asking these questions out of malice. They're asking these questions because this story at this point makes no fucking sense. And the route people are choosing to go with this by saying, oh, we have all the information we need. She's found. Nothing else matters. You look absolutely fucking stupid, especially if you somebody pulling the race card when you have examples of white women being dumb, saying something happened and evidence says otherwise and they face a consequence for it. So for any of you white saviors out there fighting tooth and nail to placate the narrative of racism as a part of this, shame on you. No one likes you. You're always going to be a white supremacist to the same people you want to cater to. You might as well go suck somebody else's dick. And I'm here to tell you all that after all this convoluted nonsense, a press conference is about to take place, and we're going to watch that so that we can hear from the police's own mouth what they have currently, what they're looking for, and how maybe this makes this Carlee Russell situation look like a bunch of bullshit. Once again, shout out to SF Investigates for being the one person who's credible enough to take the time to relay this information to the stupid people on Twitter. A person commits the crime of falsely reporting an incident if with knowledge that the information reported, conveyed, or circulated is false. He or she initiates or circulates a false report or warning of an alleged occurrence or impending occurrence of a fire, bomb, explosion, crime, catastrophe, or emergency, or the alleged release or impending release of a hazardous or dangerous substance, including but not limited to chemical, biological, bacteriological substance, or any nerve agent under circumstances in which it is likely to cause evacuation of a building, place of assembly, or transportation facility, or to cause public inconvenience or alarm. So, just to let y'all know, if somebody knowingly is lying about a toddler being on the side of the road and then creates moral panic in the area by disappearing into the woods, yeah, you might face a punishment for that, and it ain't got nothing to do with you being black. It ain't got nothing to do with you being a woman. It's the fact that you wasted people's time for 49 hours.
So I will give you the facts that we know today.
We love facts.
On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Taziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m., when she drove to I-459. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards.
Now, see how you following the child that long.
911 Center. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data included several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case.
Ooh.
On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched.
Oh.
On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th At 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched.
Oh.
On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th.
Oh.
On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
Oh.
There were two searches related
That's a
to Amber
terrible movie.
Mertz on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert.
Community that if this turned out not to be a true story, that the next time a young woman of color was missing, that it might not be taken seriously. How would you respond?
Oh, they
I
pulling the
respond to
race
say
card.
that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one.
Thank you. No reason to pull the race card. You stupid pencil neck bitches who was fixing your lips for the past 2 days saying, we don't need no information. We don't need to be asking her questions. Y'all only asking her questions because she a black woman. She did this. She did that. Blase, blase, blase. Blah, 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 blah. Stupid point here. Stupid point there. Do you realize that the facts so far, without her being interviewed for a second time, make her out to be a liar? She's someone who stole from her place of employment and followed a kid who nobody else reported on for 600 yards, which according to Mr. Pimp named Slickback is 6 football fields. I'm sorry, but that's a little bit too much for even a child to be walking in any capacity. Nobody else reported on it, and this bitch is Googling certain things that would lead you to believe this is something she's planning out. So for all the people in the back saying it was mental health, you losing it just a little bit. So let me say this again so that you, random person who's writing a paragraph about how much I hate black women, can hear this clearly. It is not a problem to be asking questions. It is not a problem to sit back and wait. You randomly chomping at this and saying, I believe her because everybody wanted her safe. Glad she's safe. Glad no harm than a busted lip is what brought upon her. But guess what? Now we got questions. And we've got a few answers, and those answers don't help her case at all. And you know what's really pathetic? The mom, along with other people, were saying, respect our privacy. Why is the mom on the Today Show making everything worse? Why is she putting the nail in the coffin so that everybody can see, oh, she's crying, she's sad, she's a victim, blah, 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 is not making it look good. So I'll say it one more time. All we gotta do is wait, because the smoke will lead us to the fire. And right now, somebody burning, and it might just be Carlee. And that's all anybody really need to do right now. Your random ass hot takes about the black women versus the white women don't help. Your random ass takes about how nobody cares when a black woman tells a story. Don't bring other black women into this. This is about one person telling a story with multiple holes in it. And if you're somebody who heard all this and you still bitching, guess what? I got a pot of land to sell you for $5,000, and all it is a piece of grass. Get out my fucking face.